Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Round one is done and dusted for the US Open 2023 tournament. We're going to get into it. Apologies for not doing a day one roundup, but we're here for day two. We're going to get into it. Before we do, though, remember to that like button. Do subscribe if you are new, and do leave a rating or review if you're listening on a podcast platform. It's been an exciting start to the tournament, in all honesty. And look, I mean, a lot of the top seeds have come through, which is great because obviously, as we get down into the latter stages of the tournament, we want to see those big matchups. But there have been some upsets as well. So we're going to very briefly go into yesterday's play. And I'm going to pick out some of the upsets and notable wins. And then we're going to go in detail into yesterday's results, day two, that is. And then we'll look forward to day three's matches. I'll give you guys my quick predictions for each and every match. And then I will also give you my star of the day for day two. So on Monday, I mean, there were some big upsets on paper, that is, but in actuality, some of them weren't particularly, let's say, surprising. Felix Auger-Aliassime losing to McDonald, no surprises there, in all honesty. And yeah, the Canadians' bad run of form continues. You can see here not many big upsets. You could say maybe Lehechka losing to Karatsev, given that Lehechka did really well last week in Winston-Salem. And, he's looked like he might be able to do something here, but it wasn't to be. Musetti, another seed going out to Drogo. I mean, that was a big, big upset in my opinion. And he was 2-1 up and also had Bagwood in one of those sets as well. So definitely took his foot off the gas there. And then Korda, who'd beaten Fucsovic at Winston-Salem last week, couldn't repeat the same feat this week. When it really mattered, he just wasn't able to get it done. So a massive shame losing to Fucsovic in 5 sets. And look, I'm not saying it because I don't like Fucsovic. I do. I think he's a really good player. But I don't see Fucsovic beating any of the top players. And I think Korda's game, if he's able to be more consistent, I feel like he can do that. And he's shown it. So it's a shame. Look how tight it was as well. Fucsovic winning 2 tiebreakers for 2 of the sets he won. So it wasn't like Korda got destroyed, but still didn't come out clutch. And then Holger Rune was one of the bigger upsets as well. Yes, we know that he's carrying a bit of injury, but lost in 4 sets to Carbeas Bayena. And Dominic Thiem beating Bublik. Probably not a massive upset, but Bublik has been playing well this year. So that was a little bit of a, let's say, underdog win. Then if we go into the women's for Monday, you can see not a huge amount of upsets. Cocciaretto, the 29th seed, losing to Huvan was a bit of one. Kalinina as well, 28th seed, losing to Sorribes Tormo, though she's been in good form. She won Cleveland last week. Kudermetova losing to Pera was a big upset in my eyes. The 16th seed falling. And Sakkari, she continues her really horrible form in Grand Slams. First round losses in the last few. Look, I mean, it's a big shame because she was very, very, very emotional after in the press conference, and I don't blame her. I imagine she's going to have a change of coach setup. I would be very surprised if she doesn't, but we shall see. And apart from that, no real other ones, to be honest. Let's then talk about day two. So, day two was an interesting one, to say the least. You had Monfils beating Daniel in 4 sets, carrying on his good form. Harris beating Peya in straights. Echeverry beating Viratanen in 5 sets. This is the men's side, of course. That's a really tough match that was. Look at that, 10-5 in a final set tiebreaker. Wawrinka beating Nishioka in straights and her catch beating Heusler in 5. Now, that's a really, really bad start for her catch. And he tends to do this in the first couple of rounds. He just finds the so-called lower-ranked players just a little bit tougher to play against for some reason. And he doesn't really give himself a chance in these slams by starting off by having these incredibly long battles. So, look, I mean, it's not ideal. Second and third rounds, he'll be hoping to get through quickly if he does get through them, but we'll see. Wu Yibing beat Lejovic in 5 sets, good win for him. Senego beat Moreno de Alboran in straight sets, and Evans beat Galan. Evans. Dan Evans, I call him Evans. Daniel Evans from the UK beat Galan in straight sets. Alex de Minaur beat Timofey in 4, and Van Schop got a walkover against Thompson after taking the first set 6-3. Jack Draper, good to see him back, won in straight sets, and Isner playing his last ever Grand Slam tournament, winning in straight sets against Diaz Acosta. Rublev beat Kazo in straight sets after Rusevori had to pull out. That would have been a really blockbuster matchup, so shame we didn't get it. Excuse me. Baez beat Chorich in straight sets. That's a big win for Baez. I know he also won Winston-Salem last week, but Chorich will be disappointed. He really will be. Murray beat Mute in straight sets, and Su beat Kokkinakis in 4. Dimitrov beat Molkan in 5 sets. They're coming from 2 sets to love down. And Nori beat Shevchenko in straight sets. Altmaier beat Lestian in in 4 sets. And Mikkelsen beat Ramos Vinolas in straight sets. Good win for the young American. Let's see what he can do. Michael Moe with a big upset beating Khachanov in straight sets. Khachanov has been super consistent in the last 12 to 18 months in Grand Slams. He's a real danger as well. So I don't know whether he was struggling with any injuries, etc. But look, either way, it's a big win for anyone else in Khachanov's section. Medvedev beat Balaz. I mean, look at this. Only conceding 2 games, 6-1, 6-1, 6-0. A real statement made by the Russian. Rudinek beat Schwartzman in straights, and Zverev beat Vukic in straight sets as well. Nicholas Jarry beat Van Asch in 4, and Arnaldi beat Kubler in straight sets, getting a walkover. O'Connor beat Purcell in 4 sets. Big upset for me. I thought Purcell was playing some really good tennis going into this. Big shame he couldn't capitalize. The Brazilian Alves beat Duckworth in straights, and Fields beat Grigspor in 5. Berrettini beat Umber in straight sets, and then we've got Djokovic was the night match from day 1, but he won in straight sets, 6-love, 6-2, 6-3. Same with Tsitsipas, who won 6-2, 6-3, 6-4. And Gojo beat Delian in straight sets. So that's the men's. Let's quickly get into the women's. Then we'll go into tomorrow's day's play, or today's and tomorrow's, because in the UK it goes weirdly through into midnight, and then that's why it's showing some matches from day 1 as today, etc., or day 2 as today. Right, okay, so on the women's, we had Kanepi beating Strakova in straight sets. No surprises there. This is a really good win for Eva. Lees beat Montgomery in straight sets. She's a qualifier as well, so great to see her coming through. Vickery beat Vekic in 3 sets. That's a big win for her. Vekic will be super disappointed in that, I'll tell you that. Pavlyuchenko beat Crawley in straight sets, and Pliskova beat Ruse as well in straights. Torsen beat Potapova, the 27th seed, in 3 sets. I did call that. She's a very exciting young player, the Dane. Sorenko beat Giacomo in 3, and Svitolina beat Friedsam in straights as well. Kasatkina beat Alicia Parks. I actually did back Alicia Parks to get it done, I think, in my bracket. She did take the first set 6-2, so it was promising, but then lost the second and third set 6-4, 6-2. Kasatkina she's a very solid player. I just thought maybe she might be a bit underpowered with the new heavy-duty balls, but look, got the job done, so kudos to her. Stearns beat Tomova in straights, and Burrell beat Dollarhide in straights as well. Tig won 2 very tight sets against Marino, 7-6, 7-6, 8-6 in one of the tiebreakers there. Wickmeyer beat Zvonareva in straights, and Pagula, who, to be honest, on paper had a bit of a banana skin against Camilla Giorgi, came through unscathed, 6-2, 6-2. Great win for her. Caroline Garcia, the number 7 seed in the semi-finalists from last year, losing in straight sets to Wang, 6-4, 6-1. Her horrible form continues. I wonder whether she's going to look as well at a coach change or something, because for herself and Sakkari, it just hasn't been a great year for Grand Slams anyway. Vondrousova, the Wimbledon champion, winning 6-3, 6-love against Han. Look at that bagel. She's got a lot of confidence right now. Martic beat Maria, 6-2, 6-1. Good win for her. And Keys beat Roos, 6-2, 6-4. Trevisan, after getting bageled in the first set against Putintseva, somehow won 7-6, 7-6 in the second and third sets. 10-8 in that final set tiebreaker. What a battle that was. Noskova beat Brengel in straight sets, and Jabeur definitely was ill during this match against Osorio Serrano. 1-7-5, 7-6, and I have to say it was a real hard watch at times. Double faults from both sides, errors from both sides. It wasn't very clean at all. David covered that match, and yeah, it wasn't great to watch, but she got it done. Samsonova beat Liu in straight sets, and Buskova beat Kruger in straights as well. Bolter beat Parry in straight sets, including a bagel, and Korpach beat Begu in straights. Alexandrova beat Leila Fernandez, a finalist from 2021, in 3 sets, and Wozniacki beat Prozorova. Oh my god, I'm butchering her name. Prozorova in straight sets, and Lynette beat Sasnovich in straights as well. Goff beat Sigmund in 3. which was the night match from the day before, and Castella beat Day in straight sets. Kvitova beat Buxa 6-1, 7-6, and Andreeva beat Gadecki in 3. Ostapenko beat Paolini in 3 sets, and again, I actually called that to be an upset. Didn't happen. That's all good. But I like Ostapenko, so let's be honest, she's going to be more of a danger than Paolini going forward. Let's go into today's matches. Okay, so these are the matches for day 3. And obviously, I didn't talk about Alcaraz winning against Ketfi, got walkout 6-2, 6-3-2. Sinner beat Hanfman in straight sets as well. And actually, we should talk about the night matches as well. Apologies. So Sabalenka beat Zanevska in straight sets. Kenin beat Bogdan in straight sets. Zheng beat Podoroska 6-1, 6 love. Absolute demolition. Krejcikova, again, losing. I mean, what can we say? Bronzetti beat again in straights. Burrage beat Blinkova in straight sets. Good win for young. Well, the youngish Brit, and Minim beat Williams 6-1, 6-1. So shame for Venus, but I guess just a little bit too much for her. Right, okay. Today's matches. Oh, this is a long video. Let's get into it. So Tsitsipas, Stricker, I'm going to go Tsitsipas. McDonald, Gojo, I'm going to go McDonald. I'm going to go Cerundolo to beat Vesely. I'm going to go Jer to beat Gaston, even. Eubanks to beat Bonzi. Karatsev to beat Carves Bayana. Djokovic to beat Zapata Morelas. I'm going to go... Oh, Team Shelton is an absolute blockbuster, by the way. I'm going to go Team to beat Shelton. I'm going for it. Malorini to beat Marazan. Davidic Fakina to beat Cerundolo. That's Juan Cerundolo. Tommy Paul to beat Safiulin. Fuchsovic to beat Hijikata. Drogo to beat Mensik. And Ruud to beat Zhang. And then in the night matches, I'm going for TFO to beat Offner and Fritz to beat Varela. I don't think there's going to be an upset there. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. On the women's side, Bencic to beat Miyazaki, who has won her first ever main draw match. So, look, she's going to be confident, but I think Bencic should be too strong. Collins to beat Mertens. That's a good match, though. Lauren Davis to beat Huvan. I'm going to go Haddad Mayer to beat Townsend, although Townsend could do it, It's 50-50, actually, on paper. Andreeva Goff, what a match that is. I'm going to go Goff to beat Andreeva. 3 sets. Swiatek to beat Seville. Srivas Toma to beat Wang. Masarova to beat Schmidlova. Mukova to beat Freck. Azarenka to beat Zhu. Pera to beat Wang. Castella to beat Kalinskaya. Ostapenko to beat Avanesian. Brady to beat Lynette, which would be a bit of an upset because she's a seed. Rebecca to beat Tomjanovic. I'd be surprised if Tomjanovic wins. She lost her last year in the US Open as well, but in a latter stage. Kvitova Wozniacki. I mean, I'd love to say that Wozniacki can do it. I do think it's a little bit early, but the one positive that she'll have is that her backhand is super solid, and Kvitova, of course, being a lefty, will target that a lot. I think the head-to-head is 8-6 to Kvitova, but, I mean, that's taking into account all the matches they played in the past. Wozniacki's just come back. I'll go Kvitova. And actually, I didn't give my star of the day, so we'll do that for Tuesday. Medvedev. I don't even need to think about it. Medvedev. Only dropping 2 games. I mean, what do you want to say? Incredible victory. Doesn't matter who was playing. It's still very, very impressive, and definitely a marker put down. He wants to be in the conversation for the title. So, look, he got his wish. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Stay safe and warm. Remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the live streams. We will be covering the Djokovic match on live stream and probably 1 or 2 others. So keep an eye out for which ones. Thank you very much, guys.